Happy to be joined by boxing superstar Claressa Shields, who's doing a lot of cool things during the holidays. We're going to get into that and get an update on what she might have planned for 2024. Claressa, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. Happy holidays. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for taking the time. Of course, you got a lot going on right now, and we're going to start first with the fourth annual toy drive that you're doing here in Michigan. It's really great work. Just how important is it to give back and use your platform in a positive way?
Well, through the Shields Community Outreach Corporation, like I've been doing community work, since I've had the money to do it. Um, I've mentored over 2,000, 3,000 kids throughout my time, through my boxing program. First started at my church, now it's at my fiance's gym. And it's just important to me to give back because it's unfortunate, but there are still people that struggle, not just with the water crisis here in Flint, but just struggle, period. Struggle to have meals every day, struggle to get their kids Christmas gifts, struggle to have Easter egg hunts, struggle to have water, struggle to get a turkey for Thanksgiving, struggle to get their kids hats and coats. So I'm contributing to that stuff all throughout the year just to
Yeah.
help families. And I know growing up when I grew up poor, it made me a little bit angry and upset. So I just want to make sure that the kids know that there's someone that can help them and someone that cares so they can have them some good holidays and they don't have to be upset because they feel left out.
Very, very well said, and great to see what you're doing. What has the response been like this year? Obviously, you're a big name. I'm sure people are really happy to be involved and to help out.
We have so many organizations that join with us. Shout out to the Genesee County Land Bank. They are so helpful within our community. We got the GBDDA. We got so many organizations that come with us. Like the PFL. I'll have to look at the flyer to give you everybody who's helped out so far. But we always team up for Christmas, and every year has gotten bigger. I think the first time we threw the Claressa Shields Christmas giveaway, probably about 1,000 kids showed up.
Awesome.
After that, 1,500. After that, 2,000. It's like now we get. I mean, the line be so long just wrapping around the streets for our Christmas giveaway. We have to make sure that we go all out for the toys, go all out with the food, the clothes, because they're going to come and they're going to show up because we do give some of the best gifts at our Christmas giveaway.
That's awesome. How do you balance your charity work and your outreach program with your career as well? Because I know obviously it takes a lot of time up. I'm sure to do
Yeah.
both.
Well, I want to have a great team. Shout out to everybody who's on my board on the Shields Community Outreach Corporation. And shout out to my two trainers, my nephew Darius Davidson and my best friend Christopher Taylor. Those guys train the kids when I'm not able to. When I'm in camp, dieting and grinding, they're the ones they're training the kids Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. at my fiance's gym. Like, they're the ones who are keeping it running for me when I'm not able to be there. But when I'm not training, I'm at the gym 5 to 7 p.m. Training my kids. And we got a few kids who are ready to have their first boxing match. So I'm super excited about 2024.
Big 2024. Well, we'll start first with something that obviously you must be thrilled about: Bellator and PFL merging and becoming this mega company. Just how excited are you for next year because of all that?
I mean, who's not excited for a super fight? I mean, hopefully now we can get Kayla Harrison versus Cris Cyborg in MMA. I think that's a big fight that people have been wanting for years. And I feel like now with Bellator and PFL coming together, that it's possible to happen now. Um, just for me, I'm just happy to just be able to get back inside the cage and give me another MMA fight. I'll have some boxing toward the middle and the end of the year. I wasn't able to get a boxing match toward the end of the year because nobody I called out really wanted to fight me. So we had to kind of sit back and just wait our turn, I guess. And now I think we have a big 2024 coming up with boxing and MMA.
Do you think MMA or boxing will be next for you? What do you think?
It's looking like MMA will be next, but you never know.
Yeah,
You never
for sure.
know. How I'm looking at my schedule is MMA fight beginning of the year sometime, and then a few months later, boxing. That's how I see it, but you never know how it may go.
Yeah. Well, the point is, yeah, keeping active as well too. I know that's something you want to do as well. So it's good that you're in two different sports. So the likelihood of that is probably pretty good. Does this merger get us closer to you and Cris Cyborg potentially boxing? I know this would be a boxing fight, but is that something? Because I know you guys have talked on Twitter a bit.
Um, Cris Cyborg, and this is what I want a lot of girls to understand in boxing. In boxing, I call the shots. Whether you're a boxer who's in boxing or rather you're in MMA. When you come talking about you want to fight me, no, I'm not going to a smaller weight class. Like, will I? Sure. But do I have to? No. I'm the one with all the belts.
Mhm.
So when these girls want to call me out to fight me, they need to have some guts and come to 160 because the lowest I fought is 154.
Yeah.
A boxing match between me and Cris would be great. I would definitely do it, but um, I wouldn't do it. So it's all like she don't call no shots. That's all
Right.
I'm saying. And I don't have any belts at 147. Currently don't have any at 154 either. All my belts right now are at 160. So I fight for the championships and for the belt. So if anybody want to fight me, they should consider 160. And to make me fight at a different weight class that's lower than 160, they got to come with a lot of paper
Absolutely.
or a
Totally
belt
understand. Yeah.
or a belt.
Yeah. Understandable for sure. As far as MMA, just kind of taking a step back here, is there any opponents that have been floated around? Do you have any idea, or you kind of just leave that up to PFL and their matchmaking?
I leave it up to the PFL and their matchmaking. I like to keep my job simple. Just get ready,
Yeah.
learn MMA. Yesterday I had a wig on. I sweated my freaking wig off. So now I got my natural hair in. I got my hat on with my little ponytail in. And, I just pride myself in just doing my job. And my job is to prepare. I don't know if they'll put me in there with somebody who's experienced, somebody who got as many fights as me, somebody who got more fights. Like my first PFL fight was against a girl. I don't know, was she 13-6 or something like that? I ain't really sure. But she was 3-6, but
Mhm.
she had 9 MMA fights compared to my 0, and she had a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. So I don't really worry about the opponent. I just get ready and just believe in what I can do. So I'm trying to get great at all the arts of MMA. I've been doing some jiu-jitsu, some wrestling, some kicks, um, just MMA sparring, period. Fighting off the cage, fighting off my back. I'm just practicing all that stuff. So it doesn't matter who I get in there with. I know that I will have a chance no matter what happens. If they take me to the ground, I'm gonna figure out how to get back up. Just that's my job. It's not my job to tell the PFL, hey, give me somebody I can beat. Like it's like I let them do their job and then I do mine.
Sticking with PFL, Francis Ngannou, who's also part of your organization as well, had a really incredible performance against Tyson Fury. How impressed were you with what he did against one of the best heavyweight boxers in the world?
I was shocked, honestly. I think Tyson Fury like really underestimated Francis Ngannou boxing, and he didn't take him serious. I feel like, and I was just surprised by the whole thing. I was even surprised by the decision.
Yeah.
I thought it was a split decision for Francis. But man, he went out there and definitely did everybody that he did MMA proud. He did his family proud and everything with that performance against Tyson Fury, and I was happy for him.
As a fan, would you rather see him take an MMA fight next, or go do another boxing fight? Because I think with the boxing thing, it's kind of intriguing now, right?
Yeah, but I just rather see Francis Ngannou box or MMA, either or.
Yeah.
The
Yeah. Keep
guy's a
active.
phenomenal fighter. Like he can do MMA very well, and then he can box very well. So he has the pleasure to do both and be comfortable in both. So I just want to see him do either one, honestly.
Yeah, no, same here. Just want to see him active. What do you
Yeah.
make of Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder fighting on the same card, not against each other?
It looks like we're getting closer to that
Yeah,
fight. The fight is long overdue. The fight between Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua happened a long time ago when Anthony Joshua had 3 of the belts and Deontay Wilder had the WBC. They should have fought for the undisputed championship.
yeah,
Now to see that both guys have losses on their records and I don't think neither of them have a belt. it's still a good fight that people want to see. It's a great heavyweight fight, but it's just something about an undisputed heavyweight championship that seems more intriguing.
Seems like this could be a really big year for boxing as well. One of the fights that's been brewing is obviously Davis and Devin Haney. Do you think that fight comes to fruition? That's a really interesting one.
I don't think it comes to fruition.
No? Would you want to see it though? I'm assuming you would, but gotta ask anyways.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great fight. I think that when you have a guy like Gervonta Davis with so much power and skill, and then you have Devin, who they say don't have any power, but he does have power, and he also have skill, you're going to be in there watching a chess match. Everybody think that, Gervonta going to come out there and just hit Devin Haney one time and knock him out. And I don't think so. I think that it's going to be a chess match between two guys who have to be on their A game, have to have a great camp, a great weight loss, and then being able to compete with the pressure of knowing that so much trash talk throughout the years, and now it's time to fight. I think it's really a 60-40 fight, and that depends on who you want to pick. I think right now the favor is in Gervonta, being that he's the star, right?
Yeah.
And he's the pay-per-view star, and he has the knockouts, and he's beating some great guys. But it's going to be a really great matchup. So I don't see that fight happening anytime soon. I think that we'll get Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney before we get Tank versus Devin Haney.
Yeah, think so too. Jake Paul is part of PFL with you. He's also obviously doing a lot of good things in boxing. What have you made of that? Just with Jake, using his platform and now really entering the combat sports space, and making a name for himself.
Congrats to him. Just congrats to him. I'm not the hugest Jake Paul fan, but I'm not a hater of him. I respect what he's doing and wish him well and everything, and keep putting in the training. And I can't wait to see him have his first MMA fight in the PFL.
Yeah, we all are. Just last boxing question. Amanda Serrano, obviously vacating her belt over the 12-round fight stance. What did you think of that? Pretty big move for her here.
Yeah, it's disheartening to see that. Where would I go with this? I'm happy she fought the 12 3-minute rounds because that's what one of my fights are, fighting for equal TV time, equal opportunity, equal pay, equal fight time, right? I believe that as being a woman, I feel like one of the reasons why we get paid less is because we fight less. Now, is that true or not? I don't know. But I'm saying that was my stance on it before I made $1 million, right? Now I see that when she jumped from fighting, we talking about championship rounds is 10 2-minute rounds. That's 20 minutes versus 12 3-minute rounds, which is 36 minutes of fighting. So she jumped from fighting 20 minutes to 36. Every woman champion can't do that. Now I can say that Amanda Serrano proved that she can. Maybe Katie Taylor can, maybe I can, maybe there's a few other girls who can, but not everybody can jump from fighting 20 minutes to 36 minutes. So
Yeah.
I'm happy she did it to show that women can do it, because to say that we can't, that was kind of like, where'd you get that from? Because it's very inaccurate. So I'm happy she did it. I'm just it's just disheartening that all the boxing organizations didn't get behind it and she had to vacate her belt for that. I feel like she has so much heart to do that. It's like, for me, I've only fought for undisputed championships for the last 5 years, I believe. And to fight for a fight and have a belt not be on the line because of wanting to fight for equality, especially equal fight time, I feel like that kind of hurt my feelings a little bit, but I have so much respect for her for doing that. And hopefully, we can, as a union, as a unit, have some unity in women's boxing. We can all come together, and I believe that fighting 12 2-minute rounds is safer than fighting 12 3-minute rounds right now. I'm not saying that we're not capable. I'm just saying that going from fighting 20 minutes to 24 is safer than going from fighting 20 minutes to 36. Because
Right.
you're also fighting one more minute each round, and then you're fighting 2 extra rounds. which, like I said, is 16 more minutes versus you fighting 20. So I feel like it's safer for us to go from um 12 rounds, 2 minutes, and then once we get used to that, then we can add the minute. But I feel like it's gonna be a while before women's boxing fights the same time as the men, because it just, we have to prepare and be mentally and physically ready to do that. And not everybody can go on the ring and fight 36 minutes. I mean, Amanda Serrano proved that she can, and I believe that I can because I sparred 3 minute rounds in the gym. I'm just saying that it's a whole different ball game. And I respect her for doing it. Like, I'm like team Amanda Serrano. Thank you for doing that, showing that we could do it. It just have to be some kind of way. Like, I don't know if we should go from, instead of fighting 2 minute rounds, we fight 3 10 minute rounds. So we jump from 20 minutes to 30. Like, whichever way that is safer, to where all the boxing organizations can come together and come up with a solution and get us closer to fighting for equal fight time. But right now, um, it's just all over the place. But I'm happy that she took a stand, and she did her thing, and I'm always proud of her. I'm a fan of Amanda Serrano.
Well said. Last question. Aside from giving back this holiday season, what do you have planned, and any favorite Christmas movies?
Um, it's been so strange. Like, usually I'm like just Christmas spirit. I'm buying $1,000 worth of gifts and toys and stuff. And this year has just been different for me. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm not training for a fight, or I didn't have a fight right before Christmas, or what, but I'm not too much in a Christmas spirit. But I will be cooking for my family. I'll be cooking some turkey wings, mac and cheese, yams with some Brussels sprouts or broccoli. I'll be cooking that, and then my mom wants me to inject the turkey and cook the turkey for them. So I'm gonna do that for Christmas, and I got my nieces and my nephews some gifts, and then I just have the Christmas giveaway. So that's all I'm really doing for Christmas this year.
And making time for interviews. Claressa, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Anything you want to mention before we get out of here? I'll give you the last word.
The Shields Community Irish Corporation, you can give a donation by going online, going on my Facebook, Instagram, or my Twitter, and find a link there. Or if you want to make it simple, just send us a Cash App, and the Cash App tag is cash sign SCOC 2023. God bless. Merry Christmas.